On your way to work, how many betting companies do you pass by? Betting shops are sprouting in every pocket of the city as scores of youths at their most productive stage continue to be sucked into this dark underbelly. Many sports are betting shops open as early as 10 a.m. and some work 24 hours on weekends. This floats regulation which require that the premises shall be away from a school, a hospital, a market, a place of worship or government offices. So why is the National Lotteries Board not enforcing these stringent regulations and rules? A survey conducted indicates that 8 out of 10 people who gamble are not aware of the existence of the Lotteries and Gambling Regulatory Board. The gambling law requires every licensee to position a notes board in a conspicuous place in which the license of the operator should be displayed and have key information such as the phone numbers of the board. This is not enforced. I spoke to Jonathan Cheune, the spokesperson of the National Gaming Board.
Our inspectors and our enforcement team is in the field. In most cases, some of these branches are alerted. So you get there and a shop that isn't branded as this will be able to close for that time you're in the field and pass on as some other kiosks because you do a kiosk because you don't know what activity is taking place in there. We've engaged some of the leaders on helping us to alert us of the illegal operations that are taking place, places that have no licenses and are operating. So we've tried to use them as our ears and eyes on the ground.
One of the key functions of the board is to monitor and ensure compliance with the license conditions and the relevant gambling legislation. How often do you conduct site visits and inspection?
Every quarter we try and do at least not less than 2 inspections. But you see, at the moment, we approximately, we have 35 staff, and then not all of those 35 are under inspection and compliance. Our inspection officers are very few on the ground. Yeah, we have about maybe 10 or 8 of them who are specifically to this. And these activities are countrywide.
Cheune revealed that inspectors always assess the location before the license is issued.
Our inspectors are trained to be able to go and assess the situation and see if these activities are interfering with the activities, say, of the school, if the school is too exposed.
So why are some companies operating without licenses?
Those are companies which had been evaluated, had paid the license fees and the required fees. However, when the government requested us to halt the licensing, they had not yet completed the process of licensing. We wrote to government, wrote to our ministry, highlighting that we have these companies, there is a predicament, they've fulfilled the requirements of licensing, and if we are to halt now, unless you give us a way forward on how to handle them.
And as a result, there still exists illegal and underage gambling, substandard structures for gambling operations and unlicensed outlets. The industry has grown at unprecedented rate, with tax collections growing from 240 million Ugandan shillings in 2000 to 2003 to a whopping 11.1 billion in 2013-2014 and 45 billion shillings in 2017-2018. Currently, the projection for the financial year 2018-2019 is 50 billion. The board was allocated 8 billion shillings in the previous financial year, but only employs 35 employees.
The proposal was 11 billion, but it came down to about 8 billion. And of that 8 billion also, it's released in bits as per the quarter. Yeah, and also at times, depending on the budget cuts, you may find that your allocation of that quarter is still down. Yeah, and at the end of the day or at the end of the financial, you may find that you've got only 6 billion.
Local players are also competing against foreign firms whose source of funding is difficult to trace. Sports betting is a conduit for illicit financial flows, especially money laundering, according to the finance intelligence experts.
We are having a certain percentage that is proposed for a foreign investor to have as local partners or directors in the company if we are to issue a foreigner a license to operate.
The board so far has licensed 18 operators to run betting, retail and fiscal outlets, while the other 9 are online operators. The sports betting and slot machines are King Sports Betting with 295 branches, Fortbet with 262 branches, Premier Bet has 90 branches, Sports Betting Africa has 95, Best Holdings has 10, Champion Bet has 61, while both Bunga Bet and Ultimate Bet have 27 branches each. In general, a total of 1,442 premises were approved and licensed by the board. 655 are located up country, accounting for 45%, and 787 are in the Kampala metropolitan area. That covers Kampala, Mukono, and Wakiso districts for 2019, accounting for 55%. In Kampala metropolitan area, Kawempe division has got the most number of branches with 150, Nakawa with 80 branches, Machindia with 135, Central division having 132, Rubaga division has 105, Mukono district with 30 branches, while Wakiso district has got 155 branches. Tried to talk to some operators, but there seemed to be a wave of fear among them to talk to media. Andrew Chamagero, NTV News.